Today is October 25th, 2025, and we are here in front of 81 Washington Avenue, which also goes under 230 Street, First Street, Miami Beach, Florida, empty restaurant. So this restaurant, I have a proof from Google satellite pictures, historic pictures, has been dormant for 10 years. And I've been taking videos and pictures showing that it's empty basically since it reopened supposedly in February. So to make an appearance that this is an operating business, they have this light on for the past 2 months during the night, all night long. This is on top of air conditioner. What is that? I'm not sure, but there is no need for that light to be on all night. And then for this light on the second floor, so these two lights are on all night long for past 2 months. And I did ask our commissioners and mayor to help with the situation. I mean, crickets. So I've been researching what's going on with all these contractor liens and all these lawsuits that these empty buildings around, all of them have. And all of them are undergoing renovations, have no business activity or hardly any. And then they have all these liens, both from the city and from the construction companies. So the city liens for work, for some code violations, some like not unclear matter. Most of them are signed by notary Carmen Hernandez. Another notary is Fernando Silva. Those notary signatures are very similar to our Commissioner Laura Dominguez. And we are talking about over 1,000 liens issued by the city in the course of like 15 months, where a lien goes $200 a day. It's including our building, our condominium. $200 a day for a condominium starting in September, and it's September 2023. The lien is recorded in January, so you have like 3 months, $200 a day, and it's given like additional 3 months to comply. You can do the math. Over 1,000 of condominiums, $200 a day, 6 months. So I can calculate more than $1 million with the signatures reminding Carmen notary, that reminds the handwriting of our Commissioner Laura Dominguez. Next, when you look at those liens recorded, first of all, they look like they were photocopied. And this is Florida notary law violation. There are 2 violations there. One, Florida notary cannot put their signature on a document where the signer is not present. So photocopy, signer is not present. Second violation, the notary needs to put their name and last name next to the signature. This was not done. So when you look at those liens, those documents. We are talking now about the city liens. I haven't even gotten to the construction liens from the private company. What you see there, you see legal description that differs from the one that is shown on the Miami-Dade property appraiser. So, when you look further, when you look into the deed of that parcel, the last deed, the last title transfer, into legal description there, the legal description is not the same that is on Miami-Dade property appraiser's website. You know, the section on the right which says full legal description, and it's not the same as in the city's lien. Next, when you look into their property tax page, tax collector page, you see weird, suspicious refunds and certificates. Now, to get a refund, there must be a valid reason. You overpaid, tax collector made a mistake, overassessed, and on top of that, if a refund is more than $2,500, it must go through the Department of Revenue. Those refunds are much higher than $2,500, and they are repeating yearly. So these two private equity companies, private equity funds, Stone Capital and Inside Partners, they organized a hostile takeover of the property tax payment company CoreLogic, now it's known as Cotality. That company owns banks and it owns payment companies. And some of those payment companies, they integrate with banks, and you do not have to like put any other integration thing. It's like a book transfer. Now, Inside Partners and Stone Capital, as I said, they own banks as well. They own the healthcare companies, payment companies, equities companies, global equities companies, securities companies, municipal finance companies, and Cotality also provides software and builds property real estate portals for federal government, for specifically Department of Justice, for feature function, and also it is a provider for national banks. In fact, it services 90% of mortgage payments for all banks. So Cotality has built their databases, real estate databases, by acquiring hundreds of other real estate and property companies. They know when there is a parcel added which is fraudulent. Some of them have like no address or 1 square mile. They know when the Miami-Dade property appraiser does not appraise the property. They have that information, and they are supposed to provide that information to federal government. They don't. To be continued.